So I've been gone for a second. Hey guys, what's up? It's Claudia. I'm back after disappearing for a month. So sorry, I went on vacation and then started working and blah blah blah. I'll tell you about it later. Okay. Welcome. I'm Claudia, going by the Caffeinated Knitter on YouTube. I'm here. I've got my homemade cold brew. I made cold brew at home instead of just at work for the first time, and it's pretty damn good. And we switched to summer mugs in between last time I filmed and now. So we're no longer doing the Van Gogh mugs. We are summer. So we're flamingo. But yeah, so let's get into the knitting. I didn't think about where I'm putting this because we also gained a chair. So now I'm in a different spot. It's just gonna, no. It's just gonna go on the floor. Okay, cool. Anyway, knitting. Let's just hop straight into works in progress. I have semi-exciting news. I made progress on the As If tee. It now has a neck and it has seams up these seams, and there is sleeves. The issue is the sleeves are way too small. Like they're like not very big around. So I have to rip those out and go back in and just start over the sleeves, unfortunately for me. So I still have quite a bit more work on it just because I have to go back and do that. But you can see it is pretty damn finished beyond having to redo things. Like if I didn't have to redo it, it would be done by now. But I still need to seam up the sides and redo the sleeves, and that's about it. And then I'm done, which is good because this one's gonna be a birthday present for my girlfriend. Her birthday is September 5th. So I am very, very close in time, but I do have time alone to get it done. This is the back. The back's boring. The back just is what it is, but the front is very cute. It's very cute. I'm excited. I know she's gonna like it. She keeps making comments like, oh, I need to get more cream tops. So I don't really have any cream tops. I want those. And I'm trying not to say anything because I don't want to be like, oh, but I gotcha. But I gotcha. But yeah, so that's the As If tee by Shay Johnson. I will put links in the description to my project pages for all of these on Ravelry. I figure that's easier than me trying to remember the names of the yarns. But yeah, that's about it for this one. Yeah, only other things of note is I did use the wrong weight of yarn for the mohair sections. I've said this on past podcasts, so I'm just breezing through that. But I used a fine number 2 sport. That's what it's called, sport weight yarn, instead of lace weight, just because that's what was at Joann's. But yeah, no. So yeah, and I don't know. My brain does a weird thing whenever I'm doing like ribbing or reading really, but specifically on the ribbing sections, where instead of doing like, my brain reads the number 6 and goes, yes, 10. For some reason, I don't know. So, but I caught myself. I did that on the bottom ribbing, but I caught myself for the neck, which is good. Because I was worried about the neck being too small, in addition to the sleeves being too small, but they fit over my head, and I have a huge head. So hopefully that is fine. I think it'll be fine. I have no major issues with it. Yeah, so that's where we're at. Hopefully I will upload next week. 1, hopefully I'll upload next week. 2, hopefully I'll have that done. No promises though. Other work in progress that I've made quite a bit of work on, and was also here last time, is the Sereno Symphony shawl. Hi, please untangle. But yeah, I have made quite a bit of progress. This is the Sereno Symphony shawl. Yeah. It's got the little brioche section that y'all saw already. Last time I had just started the zigzag green section. So I've made it through quite a bit. And now we have the bubbles, which, okay, so so these are the bubbles, cute little bubbles. I'm bad at reading directions, as already established, so my bubbles are a bit weird, because up until the last 2 rows of bubbles, I added extra rows in the repeated rows a couple extra times, more than I needed. So see how they have that weird negative space that isn't quite a bubble, but is still in the bubbles, you know? I did that, so I did mess that up. I'm not ripping it back. I sort of have a weird philosophy with knitting to where I'm like, I'm just gonna keep going. If it's wrong, it's wrong. As long as it's still usable, it's fine, you know? And that's been my attitude through this entire thing, because there are so many mistakes in this. It feels like almost every single time that I have a reason to be counting what I'm doing. Like there's repeats and then there's knit this many at the end. So I'm actually counting and actually noticing, because if there isn't anything to count, there isn't anything to count. It seems like every time I do that, I have extra stitches somehow, and I don't know how. I don't know how I'm doing it, how I'm making more, but I am. So, which brings me to, let me know, what format do the few people who watch this, I'm letting y'all have opinions. What format do y'all prefer to see finished objects? Would you prefer me just include it in a podcast like this, or if I have more to say, because I have a lot to say about this, have it be its own little short 4 or 5 minute video? Let me know, because I'm open to both. I'm not sure which I'd prefer. Obviously it's going to be a trial and error with me, because I don't know what I want, but yeah, this is that. I've made a progress. I made it past the mythical row 19, which if you've knit this before, the directions for row 19 take up an entire page. It's not even that hard. It just is focused. You cannot miscount. You can't mess it up. I very specifically did that. My girlfriend was like, I'm gonna go grab groceries. I was like, okay, go. I'm working on this. And it was a lot. I had an entire front and back of a napkin filled with me counting to make sure I had things right. It was a bit obnoxious, but I did row 19 right. I didn't have extra stitches that time. Don't know how. But yeah, so that's that. It's a fun time. I'm very, very close to being done. I'm about to start the last brioche section, and I just have to get through the brioche and then finishing it off. And that's it. And then I'm done with this. So I'm very happy. This is the most intense thing I've ever made. But I'm very happy with it. And with the As If Tee, the specific yarns are going to be on my Ravelry project pages, which I'm going to link for all the projects. I'm being good now. Yeah, I'm being very good. No, don't fall. But yeah. Other work in progress that y'all have not seen, because I started something, I think the day after I uploaded the podcast last time. And yeah, this was a process to get going, because I went to Michael's and I got the yarn and the needles. Christ, this is a mess. The yarn and the needles, and I got the needles, and then I realized I got too short of needles. So I was like, shoot. So I had to go back to Michael's, get the right length of needles, because they're, yeah. And so now they're the right length, which once again, on my Ravelry project page. But yeah, so I am knitting the Intersect Cowl by Shay Johnson. She's the same person who did the As If Tee, and is coming out with a new pattern that I'm very excited for. She put out a call for test knitters, and for a second I was like, maybe I'll do that. But then I'm like, I can't keep track of what I'm doing now. I don't need to take on test knitting and have people rely on me. obviously not solely on me, but like rely on me enough. Plus I don't know what I'm doing enough. I keep wanting to like do like every knit along and every test knit, which, oh, the Sereno Symphony was originally for a knit along. That's over. That ended at the end of July. We're almost at the end of August. But yeah, I need to like pace myself and understand that I'm still new at this. I can't hop onto every single thing that everybody's doing all the time. As much as I want to, I'm not at that point. Especially, I'm trying to limit myself to only having 3 projects going at a time, which is very hard because I get excited. Like, you know, I spend a lot of time like looking and like, oh, I want to do this next and then this, and I need to chill. I need to chill and get these done, especially the as if too. But anyway, rambling, focusing on this. But yeah, this is the Intersect Cowl by Shay Johnson. It's nothing super complicated. It's a free pattern in these fun little blue spiraled. Yeah, I don't know how well I can't tell how well the colors are showing up. The picture on my project page is a lot more accurate. It's made with the number 5 bulky weight yarn. Don't remember the size of the needles. I just use whatever's in the pattern, which is why I don't go into super detail on the needles with most of these. Is I follow directions. I'm using what's in the pattern. But yeah, it's a big old boy of yarn, big old boy of a cowl. I'm probably about 70-75% of the way done with this. So I've made a lot of progress. It's big thick yarn and an easy process. So it's gonna be a Christmas present for my dad. Cause I started knitting it like, I don't know who this is gonna go to whatever guy in my family I can't think of something to get. So my dad, because I made the elective decision that my brother-in-law and my sister are gonna get baby stuff because she's pregnant. So they're gonna get baby stuff and not necessarily stuff for them, which saves me knitting things for them. It's mostly because I looked at all the people I had to do stuff for and I was like, oh my god, I work, I don't have time for all this, but I can't only get a few people stuff, like that'd be rude. And like, let's just say I'm very thankful my girlfriend has a smaller family than me, because otherwise I would actually go insane. Because I have my 4 siblings, my parents, my grandma, my girlfriend, her parents, and her brother. Presents for everyone, plus the baby. So I'm cutting down by the babies getting stuff, and the parents, no. But yeah, so it's cute. It feels really long to me, but I've never knit a cowl before, so I guess I don't really know. But I guess that's not too long. I don't know. I just feel like it's the most practical thing I could gift my dad, because he's not really like stylish. He's just sort of like, I want things to function. So I thought, you know, a cowl is probably the best thing I could get for him without committing to knitting a whole sweater. Because for a second I was like, oh, I'll knit sweaters for everyone. And then I realized how long that would take to knit sweaters for that many people. And I'm not good enough at this, and I don't have the free time for that. So I got plans, but this is gonna be for my dad. It's super easy, it's super cute. I'm having fun knitting it. It's my wow, the Sereno Symphony stressed me out, time to chill out sort of thing. Because I'm a stressed out person. But yeah, no, that is all my works in progress. So even though I was gone for a month, I did not finish a single goddamn thing. I did, however, also, as a way of avoiding making progress on the as if tee, I wound the yarn up into the cakes with my Nastapinna, with my big yarn stick, wrapping it around this that I got last time. So I have used it. Did I use it as an excuse to not make progress? Yes, but I'm going with it. But yeah, so that's all only things I've been working on. I did buy something. So I went on vacation in Colorado with my family, which I'm gonna update y'all on what I've been doing after that. And I got a knitting book. We ended up in a vintage bookstore, and I didn't really think, I was just like, yeah, let's go to a bookstore, let's go have fun. Because my whole family likes to read. to an extent. Likes books in general. You know, my sister likes like the teen fiction stuff, and then my brother likes like history books, like really intense smart kid history books. I'm not that smart. I'm just a normal person. But yeah, so I got this book. It's called, so the title's like all artsy and shit. So initially looking at it, I was like, what? But I looked up some of the patterns of ravelry, and it writes the title as knit it. So we're gonna go with it, but it's knit it, projects plus profiles plus projects from knitting's new wave, which I saw the title and I was like, LOL, how old is this? And it's from 2007, I believe. So not super old. I just really always loved the comedy of like something that's really old calling itself like the new wave, or like new and modern and hip, you know? It's just it's entertaining to me. But yeah, it's a super cool book. Different designers, some of which that are like a bit more like art than like practical, you know? Like, hold on, let me, like this sort of shit, like artsy shit, which I'm a sucker for artsy shit. So I'm very excited for this. There are patterns in here, some of which like I don't want to do. Some of them are like I couldn't do them. Like there's a pattern for like a fiberglass knit teddy bear art. But there's a few different things in here. Like there's a swimsuit pattern for a swimsuit and a few other things. So I'm gonna try this, and you know, plus it's just interesting to read. You know, I like it. I like it conceptually. But yeah, so that's everything I purchased. I guess on to life update stuff. I have, let's see, so last time I filmed was before I went out of town. So I went on vacation. My girlfriend and I drove from Idaho, where we live, to Colorado to meet my parents. They drove up, / my dad drove down because he went on a weird road trip thing for like a month. But we went visit, and it was super fun. We were in Glenwood Springs. It's super pretty. Colorado is gorgeous. Utah is also gorgeous. So those two are gorgeous. Just driving through the mountains are so pretty. I grew up in Louisiana. Mountains are a novelty to me still, even though I've been in Idaho for a year now. Mountains are a novelty still. But yeah, we went hang out with the family. It was super fun. It was good seeing the kids, you know. Had a good time. Good fun time. Came back, and I've really just been working. I work at Starbucks, and I went to a new store, started today, actually. So that's been super nice. I had an interview to potentially get a promotion that don't have an answer, but are revisiting it in a month. So, I mean, my life's been going pretty good. I dyed my hair red on impulse because I have zero impulse control. And I'm trying a new thing where, okay, so I really like the concept of like minimalism and like a capsule wardrobe and all of that. Like I love decluttering, minimalism, all of it. So I cut my wardrobe down to, I found a template on Pinterest they called it the 4x4 capsule wardrobe. You can look it up. That's pretty much just like 16 items, and that's it. Not including shoes or accessories. 16 items of clothing. So I went and just cut down to that because I wasn't too far off in terms of what I actually wear all the time. Because like I have a color scheme I have to wear at work. I have certain things I work has requirements. And then I work like 5 to 6 days out of the week at least. And so I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do a capsule wardrobe. Almost all of it's work appropriate, and the rest of it's for fun. So I'm gonna see how that goes. I think I'm gonna try to start doing capsule wardrobes for like summer, spring, fall, winter. Spring I'm a bit iffy on though, because like spring lasted like 2 weeks and then it was summer. So I'm like, but whatever. So I'm gonna try the capsule wardrobe thing. We're gonna see how it goes. Y'all won't notice a difference because I think I've already worn the same outfits multiple times. But yeah, no, life's been going okay. For a second, I was mentally roll down. Oh, roll bad. But I'm doing less terribly. And we're gonna leave it at that because, yeah, like, I can see the floor of the apartment. Let's put it that way. But yeah, life's been good. Life's been great. Nothing interesting ever really happens with me. Just because, like, I work and knit and that's about it. And you've already heard about the knitting and I'm not going into all the work drama. So, you know, Mr. Starbuck could get angry at me and I don't want to invoke the wrath of Mr. Starbuck. We don't want that. But yeah, I think that's about it. So sorry I disappeared for a month. I am going to try to be more on top of uploading. I will pretty solidly say the week of September 5th. It's my girlfriend's birthday week, and for like 3 days straight we have friends in from out of town. Or her friends, but like I will make friends with them. So I probably won't upload that week, but next week is pretty solid. So we're gonna see how it goes, and hopefully I will see y'all next week. Please feel free to follow me on Ravelry. I'm not the most active on there, but you will see what I'm working on. I'm pretty good about hitting start on projects, but not necessarily great about uploading photos. But check out me on Ravelry. See what I'm working on, see what's in my favorites, you know, follow me on Instagram. I'm also not the most active on there. I need to get better about using social media, but follow me on Instagram. I upload stuff sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. And yeah, like, subscribe, comment, let me know about the whole what I should do about finished objects videos. And yeah, subscribe, and I will see y'all next week. All right, bye.